So as Shelly mentioned, our theme is unity and togetherness and, you know, the forces that try and pull us apart, and also how music is a healing force. And the first song that immediately jumped in my head was sort of the soundtrack to my youth, which is that Louis Prima's Greatest Hits was like stuck in my dad's CD player in the car, like to every baseball practice, to every piano lesson, and that was just like the soundtrack to my family. And if you know me about what I do, that makes a lot of sense when you think of Louis Prima jumping around, having so much fun. And his version of When You're Smiling was one that particularly puts a smile on my face. And as I thought about the song and where it comes from, obviously Louis Armstrong's version is sort of the preeminent. And at the time, after he recorded it, we were coming out of the Great Depression, and it was really an example of a song just becoming a rallying cry. And, you know, the eggs cost was too high in 1929, just like it is in 2025. And, you know, Louis Armstrong was there to put smile on faces. And, you know, it's a crazy time to do this and be a musician. And you know, I've done outreach education concerts the same day that there's a school shooting, and I've done, having to go on and smile and try and use music as a healing when there's so much going on in the world. It can be tough, but, you see the smiles on people's faces after a performance like that, and people, we just played in LA last week and we're raising money, and people came up to us and said, well, I lost everything. I lost my house, but thank you so much for doing this and making me smile, and that's kind of why we're all here,
Amazing.
And I've told everybody here, not that they need to be told this, but this is not a formal show. This is like, you're just...
When you're smiling, oh, when you're smiling, well, the whole world smiles with you. When you're laughing, oh, when you're laughing, well, the great big sun, she comes on shining through. But when you're crying, oh, you bring on the rain. So stop your sighing, oh, won't you be happy again? When you're smiling, oh, when again you're smiling, the whole great world, she smiles with you. Well, kiss me once and kiss me twice and kiss me once again. It's been a long, long Shelly Berg will put a smile on your face all day.
I was listening to Reverend Sister Nikki this morning. And before that, this was just like the confirmation of the choice that I made. So, just look around. This is amazing. It's amazing. The congregation of folks here, and we know that we have more in common than our differences. So, we really do. So, this is Dr. Billy Taylor tune that Nina Simone kind of made famous. And so we're going to do this. I wish I knew how it would feel to be free. I wish I could break all these chains holding me. I wish I could say all the things that I can't say.
Now, Clint going to sing a song by another Bill.
Okay, who would you have me sing? Oh, yes, Bill Withers.
Now, his name is Bill.
And Shelly, set this theme, and we all said, okay, we'll be good. And I have found myself, as I get more mature, I have found myself narrowing my world. And when all the world is somehow crazy, or it seems that sometimes, that world gets narrowed down to family. And this truly is a family of friends and musicians, and all of you who come on here year after year, become family and become friends. And this is my third time, but that's not what I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to say that this song is such a simple song. In fact, when I asked John to play it, he counted the chords and he said, there aren't enough chords for me to be involved. So I'm hoping you can play anyway.
John needs at least one chord for every color in his outfit.
Yeah.
So.
Enough colors. Anyway, all that to try and say this song is about how I feel about these times and how we get through them. Okay.
I love it.
Oh.
Whatever happens, we'll have some love along the way. And when it ain't easy, we'll think of some words of love to say and smile. Be happy anyway, and we'll kiss before we say whatever happens, there'll be some good times and some bad. And when it ain't easy, we'll remember the good times that we had, and we'll smile and be happy anyway, and we'll kiss before we say she goes away. Wonder this time where she's gone.
I just broke down.
Wonder if she's gone.
Well, let's ask a young woman who I'm just meeting, never heard until today, and she's just awesome. Her name is Georgia Hears. And Georgia Hears is here. Come on, let's hear it. Hi, Georgia. Now, Georgia, you're probably going to use this mic. Where are you from?
I'm from Greer, South Carolina.
Well, not that many South Carolinas here. And how did you get into jazz? What happened?
I was set to go study opera. I was 17, applying to colleges. And then my mom played me a record, Sarah Vaughan with Clifford Brown. The track was Lullaby of Berlin. And that was it. And that was it.
And we're glad you didn't pick trumpet. And you were going to sing?
You know, I'd love to sing a tune called You'd Be So Nice to Come Home To. Because I think, thank you. I think that we talk a lot about tolerance in times of, polarity and strife. But I think what really saves us is love. And that's what y'all have been singing about already. So this is about being in love with someone. And I think love is what really brings two people from opposite sides of the world together. That's what happened with my parents, so believe it or not. So this is You'd Be So Nice to Come Home To. You'd be so nice to come home to. You'd be so nice by the fire, while the breeze on high sings a lullaby. You'd be all that I could desire, under stars chilled by the winter, under an August moon burning with light. You'd be so nice, you'd be paradise to come home to and love.
So badly that it messed up John. He would have been fine had I not screwed it up. He's like thinking, Shelly always knows these tunes. I'll just assume that train wreck was part of the song.
I always figure either you have the right bass note or I do, and we'll find our way. And that way we both hit the wrong bass note at the same time.
Yeah, that was exciting. Really.
People were saying this morning, how do you guys all know? And obviously, we don't.
I'll be hiding in my cabin the rest of the cruise. I hope you'll have a nice time.
We will miss you. Don't do that.
John, let's talk about your song.
There were so many things I was thinking of doing, Let's see. Well, this song is a song. I made a record of Richard Rodgers' songs called "With a Song in My Heart." And thank you for the round of applause.
Just because you put a worm on a hook in the water does not mean a fish will bite the worm.
I tell you, it's a tough crowd.
A voice of experience.
I had mostly Larry Hart and Richard Rodgers songs on the record, and I was still looking for a definitive song, maybe for near the end of the record, that would say Grammy Award winner. And Jessica, who you all saw last night, my wife said to me, it's him.
We didn't see Jessica.
Try a different tack. While working with the Beatles on Abbey Road. So Jessica said, well, here, and she had a Songs of South Pacific. And she said, this. Right. So I'm going to sing, I'm going to wash that man right out of the way. Send him on his way. So she suggested this song, and I knew nothing of. Turn it on, ladies and gentlemen.
It's me not pulling focus.
Well, the deal is that I looked at the music, I looked at the song. It's as Richard Rogers would say, it's a waltz, you know. But I didn't take that part to mind, and I sort of looked at it as if James Taylor might record the song, and then he did because I told him to, and that I got a Grammy for. So, and it was funny because he wanted to change a couple of lines of the song, and I said to him, no, you can't. Because he looked at it in a certain way. He said, well, it's so on the nose, it's so this. I said, look, every December I have to go to a Christmas party at Hal Prince's apartment. And all the people who know Richard Rogers are there, and they're going to say to me, why did he change that lyric? And it's going to ruin the party for me. And so he listened to the final thing, and he went, you notice I didn't change the lyric. And I said, very smart move. But here's the song as I recorded it, and we can all go to dinner after this. I think I've taken enough time. Carefully talk.
That's my mother's song.
To be taught to hate and fear. You've got to be taught from year to year. It's got to be drummed in your dear little ear. You've got to be carefully taught. You've got to be taught to be afraid of people whose eyes are oddly made, and people whose skin is a different shade. You've got to be carefully taught. You've got to be taught before it's too late, before you are 6 or 7 or 8, to hate all the people your relatives hate. You've got to be carefully taught. You've got to be carefully taught. Carefully taught. Carefully taught. Carefully taught. You've got to be carefully taught.
Your mom sang it, eh?
She sang it, not in the show. But
it was in South Pacific.
We just met the other day because I was playing a concert and she was on the same kind of little festival, playing with a pretty good saxophone player named Joshua Redman.
Wow.
Yeah. She's just music was good, I have to tell you. And so please welcome to the stage, Gabrielle Cavazza. Hi, Gabrielle. By the way, it was like 45 degrees that day outside on the beach in Pompano Beach. It was absolutely freezing. Randy Brecker, I was in his group, was playing with a glove on. You can't do that on piano, it doesn't work too well. So we'll do this just the two of us, give John a break after having played one. And it's one of my favorite songs, so talk about it while you pick it. And she's going to sing the verse, which I also don't know, but I'm going to fake it.
And neither do I. I just learned the verse this morning. Shelly woke me up this morning. By phone. By phone.
That's hilarious.
Let me start over. This morning, the phone rang.
Again, the voice of experience.
And I said, hello. And he said, hello, this is Shelly Berg. And he said, did I wake you? Yeah, I was like, oh, wow. And I said, no. No, you didn't. And he told me the concept, and immediately I thought of this song that has always touched me so much. It's sort of about unity and also the opposite. It's about the absolutely uncontrollable nature of life. And we're all here together today. I'm so grateful to be here. But tomorrow, you never know. Yeah. It's called For All We Know. Sweetheart, the night is growing old. Sweetheart, my love is still told. A kiss that is never tasted is forever, ever wasted. For all we know, we may never meet again.
Put your name on the sheet, Peter. This is the moment of sheer terror and sublime something all at the same time, because Anne Hampton Calloway and I are going to compose a song in real time on the spot.
Whoa. Compose the song in real time.
Shelly, you asked us to think about moments where we were united. And I know a lot of you have seen. How many Calloway virgins here today? People have never heard me sing or slept with me. I definitely have enough complimentary cigarettes for you, but I love to do improv. To me, it is the ultimate moment in jazz where you dive into the moment, into the unknown, and things happen that you never would have dreamed of. I'm just as surprised as you are. But I want to tell you the most profound musical moment of my life, perhaps. It was shortly after 9/11, and I was at an ashram in upstate New York, and Guru Maya Chitalasamanda was telling us to try to reach us with an idea that I had never contemplated. After 9/11, it was one of the most extraordinarily sad, frightening, bewildering moments of my life, and I think all of our lives. And she said to us, as she was giving a special comforting session of spiritual love, sort of like we had this afternoon with Nikki Harris and the beautiful musicians that flooded our hearts with love and hope. And Guru Mai said that the people who died in those buildings they don't know what happened yet. Their souls are shocked, they don't know what happened, they need our blessings. And I immediately thought, we need to sing our blessings. So I asked her if I could have at 7 o'clock, can we go upstairs to a little room, and could we just invite people to come up and sing blessings, and just be in a little circle. And at first, and I said, welcome anybody who sings or doesn't sing, just be there, be ready to sing something. And I sang a beginning of a conversation, and before you know it, over an hour and a half, people who had never sung out loud before, people who had never made up a song before, were singing the most profound lyrics of joy and healing and incredible power. And they were not singing, something else was singing through all of us. We felt the power of love. And it went on for an hour and a half, and at the very end we were all singing Hava Nagila around the imaginary Twin Towers. That's how profound this moment was. And it was at that moment that I learned that everyone in this audience, you are all artists. You are all capable of profound beauty, creativity, joy, musical expression that maybe you've never even tried before. So I don't want to do this song alone. I have no idea what is going to happen. But all I know is, I'm the company of my fellow incredible artists. I welcome whatever inspiration, whether it be just listening or harmonizing or joining in. We'll just give it to the gods. So, could you do it in B sharp? Just kidding. I have to say, I cannot imagine a person I'd rather do this with than the sublime Shelly Berg. You know what would be nice? Let's start with a chord. Just play a chord. Find your place, everyone. Find a note in this take us to another chord. Do you hear the beginning of in the surprise of each note of music? Do you hear your private secrets you've never told yourself? And do you recognize them? And welcome them. Do you say, my friend, I didn't know that was me, I didn't know that was you, and that's what we are.
But people know you because you're known as such a great singer. This is Kate McGarry. You know, I woke this morning and that was Kate. She was right there.
Well, of course, you know, yes, and I think I might have been in the ashram at that time, and it was part of that beautiful gathering that you created. So I've been experiencing your blessings and your way of inviting humanity to just open up their mouths and sing, and I really appreciate about that. And all of you guys, so beautiful to be with you. I love to sing a song by Cole Porter. This is taking it back to tradition, and this this is easy to love. And F, but I'd like to do the verse if you don't mind, which if you give me an A flat triad, I should be able to pull something out of it. You know. Oh, look at you nice people. This is so fun. I'm a newbie. This is my first time on the cruise. I know too well that I'm just wasting precious time in thinking such a thing could be, that you could ever care for me. I know you hate to hear that I adore you, dear, but grant me just the same, I'm not entirely to blame for you. So easy to love, easy to idolize, or others are so worth the yearning for. So sweat to keep every home fire burning for, and we
You'd be so easy to love.
And it was so healing. It was exactly what I needed to hear at that moment. And I will never for my entire life forget how profoundly that helped me across the radio waves. So I'm not going to sing that today, but I just wanted you to know about that. But you have an equally interesting song to tell us about.
Well, wow, thank you, Shelly. I hadn't heard you tell that story before. That's beautiful. First of all, thanks for sticking around for the second set. It's such a pleasure, a legitimate and sincere pleasure for me to be able to be in such close proximity and to listen and to learn from all these beautiful, beautiful singers. These beautiful, beautiful singers. I think we all are always trying to varying degrees. I mean, I'm always asking myself, what can I bring you? What can I do for you? What can I sing for you? What's the right thing I can sing for you? How can I get there? How can I help us all get there? How can we be there together? And sometimes it's, giving the smack and, John Coltrane stuff, and sometimes it's whatever crazy stuff I've gotten myself into. But I'm always trying, and these days even more so, what can I do that is the most beautiful, helpful, transcendent thing? And you never know really when it's going to hit, because sometimes it surprises you, and you didn't even think it was going to be that thing. So I was telling this story backstage. I was doing this is a quick story. I was doing a benefit for a Catholic hospital, children's hospital. And there was a nun who had worked her whole life, and she had the whole thing, right? And they're honoring Sister Margareta, and she's 85, and she's getting her habits still. They push her in, and all this, and like everybody, oh yes, they stand and they give her a thing and flowers, and the band leader says to me, "We got to do before the thing." He says, "We got to do a favorite song." Whatever Sister Margareta wants. And so they read and say, "Oh, there's a lifetime achievement and all this stuff." And you gotta do what they say. You never know what's gonna lift people up. Even if Sister Margareta wants Love on the Rocks. Ain't no big surprise. Just pour me a drink and I'll take some life. Yesterday is gone. All I want is a smile.
Oh my God, this is the best.
You just never know. She had a tear.
Now we know why she became a nun.
Anyway, I make it too complicated sometimes. Sometimes you just want to get away. And forget it and let it go and be quiet and go and mute and go. Meet me in a shadowland of Speak to me of loving
the very last song, just quickly. Any moment, we're not going to have time to do more songs because this will be the last one probably, but any moment in your life that a piece of music was just sort of there for you, like nothing is going to harm you was for me that moment at 9/11, that anybody wants to share very quickly, just a moment? Piece of music either just lifted you up or...
There was a piece from a show called Floyd Collins that was, it's the last song, and it's about a man trying to figure out what it's going to be like to go to heaven. And it's such a beautiful song. And I remember playing that the day after my daughter was born, just to think about something like that, and think about the existence of people. And
it's beautiful.
That's a song by Richard Rogers' grandson. That was Adam Gettle's song.
Wow.
How Glory Goes.
How Glory Goes.
I remember being a little brown girl in the basement, and when I first got the album Songs to the Key of Life, and I opened it up and I read, as around the earth the sun knows she's revolving, and the rosebuds know to bloom in early May, and as hate loves the pure, you can rest your mind assured that I'll be loving you always. That song changed my life and made me want to just love lyrics.
Anybody else want to put it?
I routinely go back to a record called Breakfast, Dance, and Barbecue. That's a Basie record that features...
Joe Williams?
No, the guy I sang yesterday. Joe Williams. And a second or third arrangement on there, my brain's a sieve. The second or third arrangement on there is a Frank Foster arrangement of In a Mellow Tone. And it swings, and it's so golden, and the section playing is so unified and sweet, and everybody's heart is swinging so hard, and it just reminds me of just the most beautiful possible, if you will, musical vision. I got to thank Frank Foster. When I met him the first time, I just got on my knee and I just said, Mr. Foster, thank you so much for saving so much beauty and creating so much. It really touches me every time.
I will never forget the first time I heard Shirley Horn's album, Here's to Life. And the title song, I mean, Shirley Horn, she was a pianist, but nobody sang a ballad like Shirley Horn.
That's true.
And when she sings Here's to Life, it's just like, okay, that's it. This just says it all. And I'm finally old enough that I'm going to sing it this week on the Jazz Cruise. So.
Artie Butler, songwriter.
I think that the first time I heard Tony Bennett stop singing and take so much time, and I was a young kid singing as fast as I could, and everything was fast as I could, and then I heard Tony Bennett. I don't remember the song, but I just remember he just stopped, and there was all this silence, and when he came back in, it was like the world opened up.
Silence is so powerful at the right moment.
That power of the silence that he taught me.
His Young and Foolish with Bill Evans on my all-time list. So, well, those are great. We all have them, right? I wish we had time to get all of yours. But and I remember when I was in high school, because there's so many slow and beautiful songs that really changed my life. Because I love ballads. But when I was in high school, I started playing professionally when I was about 12 and going out to gigs and things. And every time I would go out to a jazz gig, worried if I could cut it with the grown-ups, I would listen to Lambert Henderson Ross Cloudburst. And that just got me in the mood to play, so different things.
Eddie Lambert Hendrickson Ross.
Yeah.
Like Eddie.
Hey, baby!
I'm going to tell you about your
Try a little silent, maybe have to cry a little bit. Gotta tell the truth because I love you, and that's it. Well, speaking of love you, I love Nikki Harris. And she's going to take us home. Nikki?
I'm actually going to write a memoir at this point. It's going to be called The Old Man and the Me.
No, look, I'm gonna be really honest with you guys. Like, I've been sitting there for a while, and I'm a woman of a certain age, and I'm letting y'all know right now, a sneeze or a cough could mess something up down here. I've been sitting there. I'm like, I gotta run out during this beautiful painting that Kirk Elliott is doing. I didn't want to leave when you were singing, and it was so amazing. Okay, I just talked too much. Oh no, I said too much. Losing my religion. Right in front of y'all. So, I'm gonna first of all say, I love basketball. And what I know about basketball, some of the best things you can do that makes you a great player is to assist. Kobe, Magic. You gotta assist. Thank you for assisting. This is beautiful. You gotta know how to pass, baby. You gotta know how to pass the ball. Yeah, you that. And I don't know how you're wearing them shoes, child. God bless you. You know my room number, right, Kate? What I wanted to sing is what I wanted to I know we already had church, and I'm gonna do my best not to do what I do, but I've been known to talk a little bit too much. But I want to say, I love coming here each year because it reminds me to stay clear. All these people have become very, very clear in their intent and how they want to walk in this world. I went to school to be a history teacher. I sing because I'm happy, and I sing because I'm free. So, I just want to, and I don't know if he's not even a singer here, but I want to use this model of clarity, of how to walk in this world. This is a man who knows what it's like to have clarity when the smoke is rising, when everything is gone. This man stands in the most gentle, kind, loving space. Y'all, John Clayton, I don't know if you're here. John Clayton, I want to thank you for being a person who has taught us about clarity, intent, what you want to be, how you want to walk in this world. And so, on a clear day, rise and look around you. You will see who you are. And on that clear day, how it will astound you that the glow of your being, yes, I'm serious, it outshines every star. Shine